Newport has a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to celebrate the city's beginnings. A park, at the precise location of our town's birthplace, will forever memorialize the sacrifice our founders made to ensure a lasting freedom. For centuries, historians, the government, and our citizens have not formally recognized that Newport was founded on the values of freedom of religion, religious tolerance, and separation of church and state. In 1639, a group of families fled Boston because of persecution for their religious beliefs and moved to the southern end of Aquidneck Island, where they founded a settlement and named it Newport. They pursued what they called liberty of conscience. All faiths and religious practices would be tolerated, and government would not interfere with their beliefs. And so, Newport was founded in 1639 at the spring.
It is agreed and ordered that the plantation now begun at this southwest end of the island shall be called Newport, and that the town shall be built upon both sides of the spring and by the seaside southward.
It's a real rarity today that a city could have its historic center cleared of modern construction and be able to memorialize its founding around the original spring. This is especially pertinent in the case of Newport, given its contribution to national history. One can easily imagine Native Americans and later early settlers gathered around the spring, which is so loaded symbolically.
To protect this unique way of life, the colony sought a charter from the King of England. Granted by King Charles II, the colony's charter of 1663 stated,
"To hold forth a lively experiment, that a most flourishing civil state may stand, yea, and best be maintained, with a full liberty in religious concernments. No person within the said colony shall be in any wise molested, punished, disquieted, or called in question for any differences in opinion in matters of religion."
Colonial Newport grew up surrounding this spring. The beautiful brick building Colony House that was built in 1741 to house the Rhode Island colonial legislature was constructed right next to it. That's the building from which the colony of Rhode Island and its leaders declared their independence from the British Crown on May 4th, 1776, 2 months before the other colonies signed the Declaration in Philadelphia. Recreation of this space as it existed back at the founding of our nation would be a signally important thing for the city of Newport and for the United States.
With the charter codified, the colonial government was the first in America to enjoy legally sanctioned and decreed freedom of religion. Because of this new freedom, Newport attracted people of all faiths. Unlike other New England towns, Newport's town center was not dominated by one church. As places of worship were established, they were built in and around the spring, with no position of priority. While non-Puritans were jailed and executed in Boston, Newport's residents worked together freely and grew the local economy. Newport flourished.
My parents immigrated to Newport, Rhode Island at the beginning of the 20th century from Eastern Europe, where they fled from oppression of the people of the Jewish faith. Here in Newport, they didn't have to fear murder by Cossacks and became part of the thriving Jewish community and the historic Torah synagogue. In 1790, George Washington wrote a historic letter to the Jewish congregation of Newport, affirming religious freedom, and my family and the rest of the Jews of Newport have enjoyed and appreciated that freedom ever since. Because we live without that fear, sometimes I wonder whether we take for granted the hard work that our founders did for us. Making a public space in Newport dedicated to religious freedom will be a testament to our founders' hard-won struggle. and the safety of all of us together, living with mutual respect and appreciation.
The design responds to 4 core goals. The first is the preservation of this unique historical site, the original town spring upon which Newport was founded on the sole premise of religious freedom and tolerance. The second is to provide an open space guarantee, a space that provides new opportunities for public access and civic enjoyment in perpetuity. The third is to improve the traffic and pedestrian circulation and safety in this area at this complicated intersection. The fourth is to create a sustainable, community-based design that will foster cultural and economic vitality.
I've been studying the plans for the Spring Park, and I think this is a major opportunity to improve not just accessibility for the whole population, but especially for people with disabilities. It will also increase general safety. This is an area that is a 5-way intersection, which I have always thought was an accident waiting to happen. Now, having looked at those plans, I think this really will open up and enhance the inclusivity for all people of Newport and visitors to use this area in a much more safe and friendly way.
The Spring Park, at the site where the town was founded, will commemorate Newport's pivotal role in guaranteeing our first freedom. It will be a testament to the wisdom of our first citizens.